Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a quick video with you guys about how to make cheese dip. Now, it's called cheese dip and it's a recipe that my husband's family developed, but it doesn't have any actual cheese in it. So the recipe is 1 can of shrimp, which we only ever get this brand. And we buy it at QFC. I'm not sure where else you can get it. And it has to be like drained a lot. Like you have to really like squeeze all of the liquid out of it. And then 16 ounces of sour cream. Dairy Gold is the best brand per my mother-in-law. And then 8 ounces of cream cheese. And then you do a teaspoon of salt and fresh garlic to taste. Fresh minced garlic to taste. So you do like usually at least 5 or 6 cloves per batch. And then you eat it with Tim's Cascade potato chips, original potato chips. So anyway, here we go. We're going to put it together now. I've made this for my husband a number of times, and I've done some really great batches. And then for Christmas, we were having like all of his family's favorite recipes, and I said I would do the cheese dip. And I've never made the cheese dip for his family before, and his family is the one that like does this cheese dip at like every important holiday, and it's like a big frickin' deal. Anyway, his mom, my mother-in-law, was like, oh my gosh, this is some of the best cheese dip I've ever had. It reminds me of my mom's. And I was like, yay, because if you screw it up, then you're just gonna get teased. At least that's what would happen to me. My in-laws would just tease me relentlessly if I messed it up. Anyway, so here we go. We're gonna put this together. Okay, so we're gonna drain the shrimp really well. You don't have to rinse them, you just have to like really squeeze them to get all the liquid out. So my mother-in-law would say that you should get the cream cheese up to room temperature, I think, before you do all of this. I never do. I just pull it out of the fridge and I do it this way. So I am letting all of that get incorporated. Now I've got this cool, my sister-in-law got this for me for Christmas. It's a garlic like crusher thing. So anyway, I'm super excited about it. I haven't used it yet. I ran it through the dishwasher since Christmas, so we're gonna try it today. It's from Sur Le Table, which is awesome. And I can't forget to put the salt in. So the recipe says 1 teaspoon of salt. And when you taste it, You also have to keep in mind that you're going to be eating it with a salty potato chip. So even if it doesn't taste salty enough just as its own dip, it might be fine for once you start with the potato chips. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is the recipe is written in this cookbook that I was given for my wedding, and it's a bunch of recipes that our families, my family and my husband's family, put together for us for our wedding. It's a super thoughtful gift. I'm super happy to have it, and so I use it all the time to locate those recipes where I'm like, oh, it's midnight. I don't want to have to call my mother-in-law to figure out what the recipe is for that one thing. Okay, so I'm going to take the garlic and I'm going to cut off the little hard bit where it connects to the rest of the clump. And then, so I'm going to take the garlicky part and put it in here with the mesh thingy-mabobber. You know, all very technical terms. Whoa. Okay, so then all of the garlic is pressed through, and so anyway, I'm very happy to have this little kitchen doodad. I'm trying to find the larger cloves of garlic, just so that, you know, I don't have to peel a cajillion of them. I was reading a book called Cooking School by America's Test Kitchen, and they said that the little green part in the center of garlic, it can taste sort of bitter, I guess, and have an off flavor, so they do suggest that you pull them out. I'm not too concerned about it for this particular recipe, but that is just something to keep in mind. Okay, I'm going to add this garlic and then see where we're at. So you can see the garlic in there. Dropped some on the counter. And this garlic mincer, the whole thing can go in the dishwasher, which is like amazing. Okay, so I don't know how many cloves of garlic I've done so far, but it's kind of hard to mess this recipe up. Other people might disagree with me, but you know, if you do a little too much garlic or whatever, it's not a big deal. I would probably err on the side of slightly too much rather than too little. But I also really like the taste of garlic, so if you're not a fan of the taste of garlic, then this recipe is probably not for you. Okay. So now I'm going to make sure that all of the garlic gets mixed in here really well, and then I'm going to taste it. So it's basically a salty, like the shrimp gives sort of a salty flavor. It doesn't really give a very fishy flavor, I don't think. And then the garlic is pretty much where it gets most of its flavor from. And then it's a really rich dip. So, you know, it's got sour cream and cream cheese, and those are both pretty fatty components. So it's very filling. It's a great appetizer. I'm sure that you could serve it with other things, like other, you know, chips and crackers and thises and thatses, but my husband is a purist, so it has to be Tim's Cascade plain potato chips. So it's really good already. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic. I'm debating. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic. I could probably leave it alone and my husband would be happy with it as is, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more. It's perfect now. It's got like a garlic bite to it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the consistency of what we're working with. Okay. Let's see if you guys can see the consistency. Okay, so the consistency, as you can see, it's pretty thick. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.